In 2-5-1s, remember, the first time we did it, we had a minor 2, a dominant 7th, and a 1. We did it in B flat major. We had B flat, D, E flat, and G. For the C minor, we went up to the F. We had A, D, E flat, and G. Remember, we just did sharp 9s. That voicing also works a 5th below. Needs to be flatted, so you're going to make that 5th smaller. That's the 5th, and that makes it smaller to bring the note towards the F. That's the tritone below. Again, there's the C minor 7 to the F. I moved down to the B just to remind you that this same voicing works. And then we went to B flat major 7, A, C, D, and F. Now, I want to go over a scale that works over the minor 7 first, then we'll go over the dominant 7th, and then we'll go over the major 7. For the minor 7, you can always take the 7th, or you can go a whole step down, which means find the B flat, and you can play the major scale. Now, we kind of know it works because this 2-5 takes you into B flat, but that's not always the case. You might see a C minor 7 for 2 bars. You might then want to play an F dominant 7th for 2 bars. And without having that B flat major 7 to tell you, well, play B flat, it's going to work all the way through. You've got to know that for a C minor 7, go ahead and go down to that 7th and play a major scale, okay? The major scale for this key would be B flat, C, D, E flat. Let's cross under to the F, G, A, and B flat. Let's go ahead and use some jazz 8th notes. We haven't heard the rhythm section in a while here. We're going to swing those 8th notes. Remember, 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 2, a 3, 4, a 1, 2, and here we go. And 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's try it one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, a 3, 4. Let's try it without the rhythm section. This is really how it will sound though when you start soloing, because you'll be swinging your 8th notes. I want to change my C minor voicing to the 3-5-7-9 or to A flat, G, B flat, and D from early on in the DVD here. One good thing about learning these things is you don't need to play them all in tempo. You can play them out of tempo until you want to play something in tempo, and really just work on understanding the notes here. Again, B flat, C, D, E flat, F, G, A, and B flat. Remember, all notes in any major scale are related the same way. If you have trouble, always go to C. From C to C is a C major scale. You can take a look and see how all of those notes are related and put it into another key. If you see F minor 7 and you go, James didn't cover F minor 7, remember, you can always go a whole step down to the 7 and play a major scale off of that. Here's a 3-5-7-9 chord, or the minor chord for a minor 7 in F. I said go down a whole step to the E flat and play a major scale. If you can't get that major scale, start from C, figure it out. We know we've got a whole step, a whole step, a half step, a whole step, a whole step, a whole step, and then a half step. Okay? That's just to show you you can absolutely do this stuff in other keys, and go ahead and choose some. Let's go ahead and do it one more time in C minor. This is the last time I'm going to say it. If you have a minor 7 chord, go a whole step down and play a major scale. Either voicing, whatever you want. B flat, C, D, E flat, F, G, A, B flat. Guys, great job on this. I hope you're having fun. This is really a time of discovery for you. I really enjoy teaching this part of things. This was very fun for me, and I'm really happy to share these tips with you. If I had had something like this, it really would have cut down on my time learning all these voicings, the scales that go over the top, the upper structure, and then some of the altered chords, the half diminished chord and the sharp 9 chord. Now, this isn't supposed to come to you necessarily as easily as doing something as just a 3/7 voicing over the blues. If you've seen the beginner video in the jazz series, this does take practice, so you will have to do a little bit of this on your own. However, this DVD is really going to go ahead and cut your time down. Don't be afraid to go back and review some of these voicings. If you see something in another key and you're having trouble, go back, take a look, move it around. Also, remember, if you've got one voicing for a dominant 7th, you've got them all. You can go ahead and move them around in half steps until you get them in your hands well and in your muscle memory. Pretty soon, believe it or not, these things are going to become automatic.